The band of the day is Darius Rucker. Happy birthday, Darius Rucker. You're 58 today.
But can you go Darius Rucker and play Hootie and the Blowfish music?
Why not?
Because if you went Paul McCartney, would you play Beatles or would you just play the Wings?
That too, yes. All the above.
Yeah, but what about the Hootie and the Blowfish guys are saying, wait, we get no credit here.
He's the lead singer. Lead singers always take the credit.
All right.
Band of the Day brought to you by Live Nation. For all the live concerts and events in 2024, check out livenation.com.
All right. Speaking of all you got all you need.
How about Great Osobor?
Really great.
Couple million reasons to eventually follow his coach to the University of Washington, which is what everyone thought would happen when Danny Sprinkle got that job. But you don't go right away. You got to wait, get in the transfer portal.
Well, let the bidding begin. Yeah, what the final tally is. What the tally is where you are acceptable with it.
What is your market value?
Now, the report is he's going to get $2 million in NIL. Mm-hmm. He's a nice player, but $2 million? Man.
Supply and demand. They got to have somebody. This is what we think of free agency and name your favorite sport, right? We've watched salaries in every sport go through the roof, and now it's happening in college basketball. Yeah, you're good, but are you that good? How many times have you said that about an athlete in free agency? Baseball, football, basketball, whatever.
This morning.
We were talking about athletes.
You lettered?
Back in the day. Dust that thing off.
That seems just a little bit too high. I'm glad for him that he got it. I don't begrudge him. The system is what it is. He didn't create it. Take advantage of it. It's a big-time success story going from England to the Big Sky in Montana to the Mountain West.
Montana State to Utah State to the University of Washington.
Yeah, and Big Ten, and getting him at $2 million. And he's a good player. There's no doubt about it. But is he that big time? You know, the Big Ten is which they're going into now, so we won't see him as much. It's a big-time physical league. And maybe that's going to be something to his advantage. It's not necessarily a wildly athletic league. It's more about brute strength there. We saw that, Zach Edey doing his thing in that conference. And good. Way to go, man. If someone's going to pay it, or some folks, I don't know that it's a singular, so be it. It's just crazy. Crazy to think that he's going to go there and $2 million for a team that is Sprinkle going to be able to sprinkle magic dust for a second time in a row?
Seems unlikely.
I wouldn't think so.
He said that. He said to think that we could do this again at Utah State. I mean, the stars really aligned. Everything fell into place. Everything broke right.
Right. He knew it wouldn't. And, it was no secret that by February he was gone. Because he didn't think that could be recreated there. And in places where basketball is big time in terms of the passion, New Mexico and San Diego State and couple other places. So now he's going to have to do it in Seattle. And that to him, he talked about how he was a fan as a kid, yada, yada. And this is what they're going to do. This is the reality of the situation. This is what you got to come up with. Man, I'm so glad that I don't necessarily get involved in winning and losing, and I just involve myself with the competition's sake. Because if I was a true diehard fan of a team in college basketball, it would really start to bother me a little bit that this type of player, 3 schools in 3 years, and for $2 million. And I don't know that he has any eligibility next year, but if he did, if somebody paid him $3, he'd gone to the next one. You know what I mean?
I think he's all done with his eligibility.
I assume he is,
though.
yeah. But the point being, suppose he came as a freshman. Suppose 2 years ago was his freshman year. Last year was his sophomore year. And this year would be a junior. Who's to say There'll be players out there like that.
Four schools, 4 years. It's going to happen.
Well, if the money is there and I'm that player and I'm that player's family, I'm not criticizing the player at all in the least, man. If he were my kid, if it were me, and somebody going to pay me $2 million to go play basketball for 35 games in Seattle, Washington, where do I sign? Yeah, it's not about that at all. And it's great that it's now above board because it's been under the table for so many years.
Now it's all out in the open.
Yeah.
Everybody can know about it.
But it would really sour me on forms of competition. Who would have thought that the pros are more regulated and more fair, if there's ever such a definition? The word fair, we know the definition, and it doesn't apply anywhere.
It's a more level playing field.
But it's not level.
It's not level, but it's more level than this.
But level's level. If I have a huge arc, how do I assign the word level?
It's not as steep a grade.
I call it regulated, where you don't define anything beyond that. It's more regulated, and that's what we've got here. And the pros are, in terms of that, you see less jumping around at the pro level than you do at the college level. But okay, I'm okay with it. And I don't really root for a team, so what difference does it make to me? Whoever's the last team standing in the end of March, beginning of April, it makes no difference to me whatsoever. It's all fun and games, and now it's all about money. And Osobor, way to go, son.
$2 million in NIL to go to Washington.
But the thing that I don't understand is I thought the foreign kid didn't get that.
So he established, well, I don't think he established residency at some point is the only way he could have gotten it, because you're right, the foreign kid doesn't get that. So at some point you become a resident. It depends on what kind of visa you're on. When you're on the student visa, you can't get it. We've heard that from multiple athletes. So he must not be on that anymore. DJ and PK, it's 90, if he ever was. It's 97.5 The Zone. Steve Cleveland joins us next, the former BYU and Fresno State basketball coach. Stay with us.